Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of the recent game from the makers of Aeon Trespass Odyssey, Kingdoms Forlorn, and disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you didn't see my first video, you should probably go watch that. That was the first part of the Delve phase, where you're adventuring around one of these forbidden kingdoms, exploring things, trying to complete quests, having long narrative passages. And now what I'm showing in this video is the first clash. Basically, each of the expeditions, one full session of the game, is a delve, and then a clash, like sort of a first fight against easier enemies, and then another delve, you continue the exploration, and then another clash against harder enemies. So this is our first clash, which is against the pumpkin heads. Pretty horrifying. Let's read a bit about them, and then I'll get into setting up the game, show you how it all works, and play through it. And my next video, the final one in this series, will be next week, and that will show off the second part of the delve and the final clash. I'm going to fit it all into one video. Some claim that the pumpkin heads come from the barony of Basfeel, experiments of the gardener alchemist gone awry. But the stories of shambling, many-headed monstrosities have been around for longer than the barony of Bountiful Harvest, perhaps even predating the time of the ancestors. You can still see the face of the poor wretch who was once the owner of this body before the orange tumor-like growths took over. The victim's skull has been squashed down into their ribcage, a twisted distortion of their features remaining to express their final moments of agony and terror, but they're not in control anymore. Instead, the new heads turn to look at you with hollow eyes, and their mouths stretch open a little wider as they lumber your way, weapons held high. Oh man. So we're using this monster sheet, which has a ton of stuff. I've not actually read all the traits yet, but it looks pretty complicated. And this is a mob battle, not a single big boss, which is cool because the mechanics are a lot different, and I haven't done too many of these yet. All right, so we've got this campfire terrain, and we have to put our people around it. I'm just going to do it kind of randomly. They're in each of these 4 spaces, because you place your cells before the monsters come out, so you're not exactly sure who's going to activate first. And we've got these 4 pumpkin heads, so each has its own freaky miniature. They get slotted into these things, and I'm randomizing which number is where, which I think is probably how you do it, because that way the first and second one are going to be the first to activate, and we don't know where they'll be or who they'll be. We're going to shuffle their level 1 AI cards they're going to activate with and put those to their deck area. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so I might have to actually redo the guys. So I'm taking these BP cards. This is like their life. Usually these are different levels. For all these guys, it's just BPX, and there's just 6 of them. 6 have like pumpkin head sides, and then the other side has seeds. So I'm going to randomly flip over 2 of these to their seed side, and then I'm going to shuffle them and put them up here in a random order. Okay, so 1 is a pumpkin head, but 2 is a seed. Oh, and 3 is a seed. 4, 5, 6. Which means I have to switch out the 2 and the 3 guys for different base numbers. But if you didn't see the first video, go watch that, because you won't even know why I'm here, unless you just wanted to see a fight. But also, I am putting, the board is huge, and I don't have 2 tables while I'm recording, so I'm putting all of the stuff just on top of the exploration components. You'll see things underneath in a haphazard way. We'll see how it works. Okay, then for the 2 seeds, I have these red saplings that are going in random spots. Well, not random at all. I don't know why I'm saying that. They're going where the map tells me to. A bit more setup, then we'll actually see what the heck's going on with these guys. You see how it says 1 broken heart. So this is the exhibition clash in the middle of a expedition, which means that it's a little bit easier. We start with 1 wound on these guys. So normally you have to do this many wounds to chase away the mob, in this case 5. But here we'll start with 1, so 4 more wounds will finish them off. And each time they take wounds, they get stronger in what's called escalation, same as Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So having to do 1 less and power them up 1 fewer time is certainly great. Just gonna put 1 of these single wounds in their wound stack. Now, since this is a mob, they have 2 activations, and the aggressive seed and the gourd guardian are gonna activate, and then it'll go to the next one, the royal seed and the Samhain warlord. And we'll go with there. They also said the instructions to put a generic token on the seeds. I don't know why yet, but we'll see what happens. And now for the fun, maybe. The first time you fight a boss can be a lot. We are doing all of their level 1 stuff. So you'll see over here, it's level 2, level 3, level 4. We are only on level 1. It's based on what tier your characters are in, how many quests they've completed, generally how strong they are. So to hit these guys, we need a 6. Like I said, we need to do 4 more wounds after the 1 free one. They're activating twice. And they've got all of these traits, including 1 based on which kingdom we're in, because these guys are, I think they're called wandering monsters. You can technically fight them in the Sunken Kingdom or the Principality of Stone. So in the Principality of Stone, they've got Floriforge Fury. Okay, so Afflict X, Parasitize X. What the heck? Oh, got it. Okay, so yeah, there's like a giant list of keywords in the book. I've not seen anybody make a keyword guide yet. They certainly didn't provide one in the game, sadly. But this means it changes. I guess some of their attacks will say afflict X. And in the Kingdom of Stone, it's parasitize, and the other one it probably would have been like poisoning or something. As you're getting parasitized, basically you're getting turned more and more to stone, like the curse that you heard about if you watched the first video. So it's going to make it harder for you to dodge, although if you have armor, it's actually more effective. Guess who doesn't have armor, everybody? And yeah, when a pumpkin head grows from a sapling, it turns to face the most knights, discards all armor tokens, and moves X spaces towards the priority target, which right now is the person who's on the quest. I think, I never saw in the rules where the priority target starts. I probably missed that. But it moves around a lot, so it won't matter very much. Where X is the number of discarded armor tokens. Okay. And transforming seed. Place an armor token on each sapling in zone 3. So usually those will be like called for by AI cards, not just like things that happen automatically. But it sounds like these seeds are going to be like gaining armor and then transforming into new pumpkin heads. That part makes sense. And how about the actual traits? All right, sinister saplings. Saplings are mobs with the same 2 hit as pumpkin heads and the lumbering basic ability, which means it can't be like push or anything because, of course, it's a sapling. When a sapling is about to be activated, it performs a signature instead of the AI card, which you have this. So what is it? This is the number of dice they attack with, how easy it is for you to evade it. It targets within zone 2, so we want to get our squires away from being within 2 of the saplings. Oh, and it gives us the stone curse. And then you also take a ton of damage. Oh my gosh. And then they do fast regrowth. Okay, so a lot of stuff is going on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you never escalate the BP stack like the body parts because it's just the same 6 cards. Instead, you just put them on the pile and you still escalate the AI deck. And then we also have Cursed Overgrowth. When you wound a pumpkin head, instead of placing the wounded BP card in the wound stack, what the heck, flip it and place a generic token on it. Draw the top Fool's Deck card and place the red sapling token with the same number as that pumpkin head on the designated space. Oh, we have to... we have to flip them to be plants again and then like prune the plants. Doesn't sound easy. Okay, and here's what fast regrowth does. Green tokens become pumpkin heads, brown tokens flip to green, which means I have 2 turns to try to kill these 2 saplings that started out, because clearly that's going to be way easier than waiting for them to turn into pumpkin heads and hitting them twice. All right, the rest of these look a little bit easier. Okay, generic tokens on a card increase its armor, like that's the value you got to beat to damage it by 1. Oh god, and if anything glows up to 4 generic tokens, you lose. Okay, invasive species, this says to check the rules. Oh, saplings can't be wounded unless there's at least 1 fire token in the night pool, which goes to the campfire. Sorry for all the rules, y'all. This stuff is awesome. Like, it makes the fight so epic and, like, different, but it just takes a lot the first time. Oh, and the last one is we can somehow push the pumpkin heads into the fire, then a ton of terrible stuff happens. But that's kind of hard to do. Well, I guess we all get pushback sometimes on our leveling stuff. We'll see how it goes. Our last thing I think we need to know, and then we can kind of get into this stuff, the campfire. So it's indestructible. Oh, the columns, by the way, you can't move into them. You can't shoot through them. If we were fighting a big boss, they could like just crash through them and smash them. But we can't do that, so they're just kind of blocking the way. Okay, the campfire. If you're adjacent to this tile, as a free action, you may gain X number of heat to place X fire tokens in the night pool. And then if we move through it, okay, so it's pretty easy to get fire. It's a free action before you move out. Awesome. One more thing to mention, then we can go. So all of our Delve skill cards get flipped to their combat side, including ones that are in cooldown and delay, which if you watch the previous video, you'll know that Paracelsus, a lot of hers are. So Paracelsus got these basic ones that everybody has. Night Pose lets you stand up. Oh, and actually not everyone has this, but she does. Zealous Charge lets you use your attack and move for the turn to rush somebody. It's like a more powerful attack as long as you can move 3 before you get to them. And Renderholder has Second Chance. It is another card that pretty much everybody has that lets you redraw when you're about to die from the Mortis deck. Conjure of Cheap Tricks puts a cantrip token in the night pool. That one's nice to give you a little bit better chance to hit and stuff. Luck Step lets him teleport. Night Roll is another one that pretty much everybody has. Lets you do a reflex to move 1 space when something bad's about to happen to you. And Night Pose lets you stand up if you've been knocked down. Also very nice. But sadly in this game, monsters go first. So we are taking the first AI card because we're first activating the Gourd Guardian over here. And then when we activate the seed, remember we're going to use the the signature attack that everybody does. All right, so Pumpkin Smash! So first step, you see who they are targeting, in this case, the closest knight. And then there's a reaction step, so like after they target the guy, then they could try to move away. But monsters have infinite movement, so just to warn you right now, it's very hard to not get hit. So closest knight to number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it's going to be Renholder, which is sad because he has the least life of all my characters. Oh, wait, I forgot. He has a regional map with deploy 1, so he gets to move 1 after the monsters get set up. which you would certainly want to do. So in that case, we are equidistant, and then you get to choose unless one of the characters is the priority target, which right now is her. So yes, we will have him go after Rayloff, who I would much rather die. All right, so then he's going to move and attack. They just move on the shortest path possible. There's like this whole zigzagging thing, but it doesn't really matter. In this case, they turn to face the guy because they do have a rear arc. It doesn't matter for most things unless it says it does. Okay, now they're going to attack Rayloff. So for a hero or a human, you would roll 3 dice. And each one that rolled an 8+ would cancel one of the hits. So basically, ones that didn't evade would take the damage. So if you get 1 hit, you take 2 damage, 2 hits, 3 damage, 3 or more hits, 4 damage. And then the little coffin here means you're going to draw from the Mortis deck. But again, Squires don't do that. I said this in the first video until they're actually down to 0, which he won't be. But Squires do not roll dice, remember? Instead, they're flipping from their metal deck. Oh, great result. So they just say how many hits they evade. If the attacker is attacking with like a ton of hits, or it's very hard to evade, it gets modified, but usually not. Rayloff could have taken some heat to redraw that, but clearly he doesn't want to. That was a great draw. So he's down to 6, and again, he doesn't draw a Mortis deck. And also for regular characters, as you get more hurt, your heat max changes, but not for him. All right, then there will be another react phase, but yeah, we don't really care. Okay, then after the attack, we do Fast Regrowth 3 and Transforming Seed 3, both in Zone 3, which means 3 to the side and diagonally, so all around, so it is going to reach this sapling. So they flip to their green side, and because we're on this side, they get 1 armor token, which is going to make it more challenging, as you can imagine, to break through their armor. All right, and then this AI token flips to its activated side, and it jumps past all the current AI tokens, so the next person doesn't have one, so that sapling will be next to activate. And now we do this seed. Remember, they're using what's called the signature. So they are attacking in Zone 2. Oh, crap, it's going to be both of us now. Well, maybe I shouldn't have moved up. So both of us are going to get attacked. We need to roll 2 dice each and get an 8+ to dodge. And then we get afflicted 1 whether they hit or not. And then we take 2 damage for each hit. And then they're going to also flip themselves and get some armor. Also, let's do Fabio first. You got 1 hit. Let's take a heat to redraw that. Still 1. That sucks. So yeah, we're both getting afflicted by a Panzer Parasite for 1. Which means when monsters attack us, we treat X dice as hits without rolling them, so we can't evade as well. And if we had armor, we could re-roll it. We don't yet. And if we get 5 tokens, we die. We turn to stone. Now for Squires, whenever you're attacked by a monster, treat X dice as hits before drawing from the metal deck. They can't be evaded, so kind of the same thing. And again, that's on both of us, whether we get hit or not. How about Renholder? All right, now I'm going to use one of my gear. So he has these shoes. Reposition means after he attacks, he can move 1 for free. And this one, he has to spend 1 heat and exhaust it. To unexhaust all your items, you need to give up either your movement or your attack on your turn. But it'll give him lesser dodge, which gives him +1 to evasion. So we need 7s instead of 8s. Here we go. All right, so we got 1. You know what? Let's go and take another heat because he's going to get 3 heat back at the beginning of his turn. So let's see if we can dodge with the other one. Low chance. By the way, that's the thing that Paracelsa can't do with her devotion to St. Linda. She can't reroll the crit. All right, so we still take 2 damage. And our guys don't survive as nicely as Squires. I need to check. He's now at major level, which means his heat max is 5, so that's fine. But he's drawing a major Mortis card, which could immediately kill him or give him bonus. Great. Whisper of the Grawl. I get +2 passion, so he's going to actually be putting out nicer things after he attacks. And then the card goes to the bottom of its matching deck. And then just like the other one, this one's going to flip to its green side and give itself 1 armor. And after we all get a turn, the 3rd seed will activate and this Warlord will activate, although we're going to try to kill some of them. Mainly the seeds if we can, because again, that will actually get us closer to winning. All right, now let's have Renholder go first. He's got the most upgraded weapons, so he might be able to damage this guy all by himself. Usually it's easier to attack like later because the last person will have left stuff in the knight pool to boost you up. So on their turn, a knight can, and again I'm activating Renholder, on their turn a knight can move up to their movement, which for all of our characters except Fabio is currently 4. Fabio only moves 3. Or they can attack and they can do 1 and then the other, but you can't like split up your movement. Here I'm going to attack first because I have a bow. I'm in line of sight. You go from corner to corner of the space, and miniatures don't block it, but obscuring terrain, which right now is just the columns, would. Oh, wait, I'm lying. I still have the stupid unwieldy keyword. I have to be shooting straight forward, like in a straight line, whoever I'm attacking. Well, in that case, maybe I should shoot the pumpkin guy right there, and just hope the other guys can kill the parasites. I mean, I can see how tough they are. Gored Guardians. God, they need a 4 to be hurt. And if I hit them, I get afflicted twice, so I'll be 3 steps of the way to being frozen out of 5. And I get hurt too. Oh my gosh. Now, if you get a critical, then none of that stuff happens, but that's unlikely. I'll get pushed back by the guy if I miss. Well, hold on a second. I'm skipping steps. So at the start of an activation, you get to pull back your number of cards, 1 from cooldown. I don't have any. And then all cards in delay go to cooldown, and discard just stays there until the end of the fight. I get to lower my heat by up to 3. That's my hand size. That's my movement. That's my maximum number of Bane tokens. I have none. And then before I do anything, I'm going to use Conjurer of Cheap Tricks. So I'd have to spend 1 magic token, which I don't have any of yet, or gain 1 heat. That's fine. I get to place a cantrip token in the night pool, which counts as either a break, which helps you break through armor, or an opening, which helps you hit. My bow's got +2 hit. I'm going to gain the break token. Just putting it over here in the shared night pool, although I'm going to be the one using it. Actually, you know what? I've got a break token. All right, I'm going to go for the pumpkin head and not move. The reason being, if you have a movement action left, you can use either your move or your attack to unexhaust all your stuff. My bow exhausts if I wound somebody, so I won't be able to shoot with it. And my nice little shoes exhaust when I use my dodge. So if I can hit somebody without moving, then I can unexhaust both of those. All right, so I'm going to declare an attack on the pumpkin head because he is within range 2 to 4. It's unwieldy, which means he has to be in a straight line. Break 1 means I'll add a break token after the attack. Cumbersome means it'll be exhausted after I attack with it. This stuff is only if a squire is using it. But I roll 1 die with a +2 to hit, and if I hit, I get 1 black die and 1 red die per die rolled. And if I roll a crit, I get some magic. There's not really many ways to get magic right now, besides my actual things. But here's the important thing. Before I do the attack, my passion increases by 1. Oh no! Which means if I have more passion than anybody, which I do by actually a good bit, I become the priority target. Looks like I might die. But now since I'm at 3 passion, I'm going to leave a cantrip token for the next person. I'm going to get to reroll one of my power dice if I want to, and I'll get a magic token, and I get, 2 more cantrips, so 3 in a second. That's crazy. Actually, I just realized that during the delve, I'll leave a note over on that video too when I edit it. When Paracelsa played her Blessed Insight and her other skill, she actually gets these as well. Whereas during a combat, you can discard cards for these effects instead of using them for whatever they do, and they go to this area. So she actually left me an opening and a second break, which makes it seem a lot more likely that I'll be able to defeat this pumpkin head. Here we go. We're rolling a single die. You always roll the white die for crits, and that's not great. We could take a heat to re-roll it. The 1 is also a miss, which will sometimes trigger effects and things. Oh, we got a crit. Okay, this is great. So that means what's called a crit chance. We still have to actually wound them to get the crit. But if we do, instead of all their turning us to stone and hurting us stuff, we're just going to do the crit of things. This is awesome. All right, so now for the hits per die, it's only 1. I get 1 black and 1 red power. Black's better than red. And additionally, you get any power dice showing on your knight. For all the basic ones, it's 1 red. So that's 2 red, 1 black. And I'm looking for swords. Those are straight up power to try to reach the 4 I need to hurt this guy. Chalices can be turned to swords by breaks, which I have 2 of. And then doves, there's 1. Doves can't do anything until you get later, I think they're called hope, until you get later powers. That seems pretty good. So because I'm at least level 2 passion, I could re-roll a die. I could also discard some of my cards to get rerolls. But no, that's really great, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can use one of my 2 breaks to change that into a 5th, which is more than I need. Now, if I had beaten it by 4 plus, so if I'd gotten to 8, I would have given +1 power to the next person, would have gone into the night pool. Doesn't happen here. So now we do their response before we wound them. It says, flip this card to the other side and place a generic token on it, then another may perform a bonus attack. Oh, heck yeah. So it is a seed now. And what was the rule again? Okay, so we flip the top Fool's deck and place the red sapling on the same number as that pumpkin head. All right, so the Fool's deck is A7 or J8. A7's closer to more people that are about to fight, and especially if we kill 3, so they don't double boost each other. That should be okay. And it gets the same number as the pumpkin head that got removed. Okay, and that's it. So again, we haven't actually caused a wound yet. We just weakened the pumpkin head and it ran away, and now we got to kill its sapling. Oh, dang, you know what I just realized? Nobody else is in range to do a bonus attack. Because it didn't say move. A lot of times it'll say move up to 3 before you do the bonus, but not in this case. And I wish I had one more person with a ranged weapon. Oh well. So now we finish up the attack. We clear everything in the night pool, even if we didn't use it. And then we add everything from our 3 passions. So that's 1 magic that only Renholder can use for some of their abilities. 3 cantrips that can become breaks or openings. And then his bow says break 1. So we also add a single break token. A lot of stuff. But because we hit, this is now exhausted until we can spend a move or action to flip it. All right, that's it for Renholder. That was a great action. Okay, now we want to ideally, with our 3 other activations, kill all 3 of these. 2 and 3 are a little bit harder because they have armor. This one is easier. And the people who are going to give the cruddiest stuff are the 2 who have not attacked yet because they didn't attack during the encounter in the previous video. So that's Rayloff doesn't have any passion yet. And Paracelsa doesn't have any either. But she can do her charging attack skill, her rush. That'll help out some. So let's maybe have Rayloff go last. Let's see if this guy can actually kill number 2. If not, then maybe she can rush up and then he can try to take on 3 on his own. So you can move up to 4. I'll go 1, 2. I guess that's enough. We want to be kind of spread out so that they can't do like their big zones on too many of us. Oh, and sorry, I forgot to show that he is down by 1 heat. He only has 1 heat recovery. And he could spend 2 to stand up if he gets knocked down. He can spend 2 to dodge out of the way. He gets more range if he has a range weapon. And he can, that's right, he only has 3 movement. But he can get an extra movement for heat. I suppose we want to turn the cantrips into. This seed only has 3 armor, 2 plus 1 armor token on it. And he's already got +1 to break through, potentially. So let's get like 1 more break token and 2 openings. So +2 to hit, 2 conversion for the other things. Seems like it should be enough. Okay, and Fabio's going up to 2 passion. And here we go. So his 2 hit is 7, +2 is 9. Yeah, that's good. And then his 2 wound. Oh, definitely more than enough. So that's 3 plus potential 2. So he actually gets to 5. Oh, but the seeds don't have an overpower thing. All right. So he did get to 2 + 1, 3. Oh, and wound just discards a sapling. Nice. Okay, this time it's an actual wound, so that's 2 out of the 5 we need. If we kill the other 2 saplings and then double kill 1 more monstrosity, then sapling, we can win. And that had 1 generic token on it, which means we find the first AI card with a 1 level, and we escalate it with a random 2, which we shuffle into the AI deck. Okay, and then Fabio gets to, that's the pass 1 again, right? That keeps something and also adds a break. These guys don't have very high. Let's have him leave 1 opening for the pass. 1 break, and the magic does not go away. Special resource tokens for characters stick around basically until they want to use them generally. Oh, crud, good crud. I forgot that you cannot wound a sapling unless you have fire. Okay, well, clearly Fabio would have grabbed some. Let's get back to how the campfire works. If you're adjacent, as a free action, you may gain X heat to place X fire tokens in the night pool. I guess I didn't know how many rerolls. So let's say Fabio would have gotten all of them. Well, that seems terrible. Now, let's say that he got 1. So fire tokens are basically the same as break tokens. They change one of those chalice misses into a hit or power. But how it works is you have to use as many of them as you can after you use anything else to change those misses into swords. And the reason that matters is if you have a bunch left over at the end that weren't used, they stick around in the night pool except for 1. So you always have to discard 1 unused at the end of each attack. So if we build up a crud ton of fire and don't use it all, we can maintain it even if we're away from the campfire for a little bit. But yes, clearly this would have gone away. We'll have to get the other characters to gain some more heat for their fire. And I think next she's going to have a much better chance of destroying the one that also has armor. Will be Paracelsa. If you didn't see the first video, she's devoted to St. Linda. She's got 1 zeal, and she gets bonuses based on how much zeal is on her board. So with 1 zeal, she gets 1 free evasion reroll. With the second zeal, she gets to reroll her attack die once for free, and for a third zeal, she gets to reroll her power dice. Then some of her abilities, like the one I'm about to use, Zealous Charge, get a bonus. Look, she rushes, but if she has 3 plus zeal tokens, she has auto fire instead of auto break. I forget what the difference is, but I'm sure it's better. But as she starts her turn, she moves her heat down to 1. She only has 2 recovery. She also gains 1 card from her cooldown, which is Night Roll, and her In Failure Find Perseverance skill is over here. So she can do her reflex thing to react, she can rush somebody, and she can stand up. Do I need to do the rush? It would let her move with +1, so she can move up to 5. As long as she moves 3 on the closest or shortest path to get to her target, which she should be able to, she would get an auto break, +1 break. I probably don't need it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do a regular thing. So first she'll do a free action to also just gain 1 fire. And then she's going to move 1, 2, 3. She's going to attack with her Militia Morgenstern. She does have it, she's dual-handing it right now because I don't have her knives equipped. That's like a random thing that she can use. Oh, hers is also cumbersome, so if she wounds, she's going to have to not move or not attack. That's a little troublesome. Yeah, maybe I should have her equip her now as well. So it goes. Okay, so I'm going to raise her passion to 1. And she's rolling a single die with a +1, +2 modifier. So she needs a 4 to hit, and I hope she does because St. Linda doesn't want her to reroll her crit to die. So, okay, good, we hit. But not a crit this time. Now she's rolling 2 reds. Because she's double-handing, she gets 1 free power automatically, and then she can break twice. Oh, and sorry, 1 more red for her own Squire power. Yeah, that's way more than enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from these. So the fire is used, although it would have gone away anyway, and then +1 from weapons, so 6. Yeesh, I should have had her attack something nastier. right, so that kills the royal seed. Oh, geez. When you reveal this BP, each knight adjacent to any terrain tile suffers afflict 1. Oh, crud. Okay, hold on. Because this also happened when I just flipped the 1. Okay, so when this first happened, when this was first revealed, we were all next to the campfire, so we all have one more of those things. And when this guy killed the second one, these two were adjacent. Those are the ones who weren't hit before. So everybody has 2 out of 5 tokens for instant death. I don't like that. Anyway, coming back around, that guy's dead. So that's 3 out of 5. We got to kill 2 more seedlings. The 3 gets removed. And the AI token that was on it goes on to the next thing. So we're still going to get 2 activations soon. All right, and we get to leave a break token. Oh, this gets exhausted. That part sucks. We get to leave a break token and a break or an opening. She'll do 1 of each, and the fire goes out. Oh, and I can't forget to escalate. We take out an A1 since it was 1 generic token, and we shuffle another AI2. All right, so the last one is Rayloff. Let's have him also spend 1 of his max 2 heat, yuck, to get 1 fire token. And before this has a chance to do anything nasty, he's going to move 1, 2, I guess 3, and he'll gain 1 passion to attack. Now, his level 1 lets him add an opening, but he could also push somebody that he's next to and follow them. But the saplings can't be pushed. Yes, his tough seed had the same thing. That's why I did the afflict again for the 2 characters. But besides that, it's only got 2, not 3, because no armor token. So it should theoretically be pretty easy. Well, you know what? A little question. Should I try to hit the pumpkin head instead? Because that's not going to escalate, whereas, and I see that there's only a level 1 attack on top. Whereas if I kill another sapling, I just don't want to deal with them potentially flipping over. Yeah, fine. His first medal, he needs a 5 to hit. And that barely does it. Good. And second one, that's definitely more than enough. 3 power and the fire and the things to be 5. Getting good hits here. So the tough seed dies and they escalate for 1 again. So we need just 1 more wound, which means we need to hit a pumpkin head and then smash it. We did end up with a 2 on top. I think if we just survive this attack, even if a few of us get killed, although when you get killed, you lose some of your clues, so that's not great. But yeah, if we survive, we should be okay. That's the end of our turns. All right, so we're resolving the AI2 for the, let's go show you. Samhain Warlord, and then the Harvest Reaper is going to do their thing. All right, so what's he doing? Root Rampage. So he targets the furthest knight in front of him. And this is number 4, so the furthest knight in front is, Fabio. So he's going to move and attack. So he wants the shortest path, and unlike the bigger bosses, and then I can decide, I guess let's keep him closer, everybody. Okay, and Fabio's being attacked by 3 roots, and since he's twice stoned, he cannot evade. Oh my gosh, he's going to take a heat to evade 1 of those, or to try to evading, I should say. So, okay, good. He would have evaded 2, but he can't because his double Panzer Parasite is making 2 of the 3 hits coming at him undodgeable. Oh, God, for each hit lose... Oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, my gosh. So he's going to take 6 damage, and then that will get him to 0, so he'll actually draw. So he's going to give him a 50-50 shot of dying. Now, you can add more cards to this Judicium deck, which makes it more likely he'll die, and that's if you would go to a higher negative. So he just went to -1. If he'd gone to -5, so I guess he didn't need to evade. Oh, well, too late. But yeah, if he'd gone to a -5, he would have added another one of these. All right, and he actually survived. Well, that was lucky. By the way, Paracelsa, whenever she gets hit and has to draw a Mortis card or another knight draws a Judicium, she gets Zeal 1. So she's actually at 2 Zeal now, which means she can reroll 1 attack each round for free. And what else is this nasty thing doing? Oh, God, Afflict 2. So he's now at 4 out of 5 Parasites, so he's 1 away from death anyway, and he can't dodge anything. Okay, and then after attack, Fast Regrowth in Zone 3 and Transforming Seed. Well, there aren't any seeds nearby, so that doesn't matter. Actually, I forgot to remove that one. Okay, but there we go. Oh, and then nice. The other guy's only doing a 1. That is the Harvest Reaper, number 5. Oh, don't go for Fabio. Actually, I'd rather him go for Fabio than Renholder. So he's targeting, the closest knight. Yep. Oh, Fabio, so sorry. Okay, and Fabio has to dodge 3, which he can't. I think we still have to flip a card. Oh, he would have dodged all of them. That would have been amazing. So he's taking -6. So he's adding an extra card to the thing, and then that'll be it. Yeah, Reaper indeed. So because he went to -6, this one, which would come in at -5 or worse, gets added, and we shuffle these, whereas the other Mortis cards always get put on the bottom. Here, it's always a chance. So, nope, he died. So he's removed. He will come back at the end of this fight somehow, but he'll lose half his clues, so that's a little sad. What's also sad is that these guys ran so far away. Okay. Actually, yeah, this is worse than I thought. I really can't reach them. So with that in mind, what do I do? I guess we can like all run down and kind of congregate and then hope that after we kill one of them, we can reach wherever the seed goes. I mean, Renholder could also throw his bow away and just try to stab with his knives, but that seems like a bad idea. So he's going to get his cantrip card back, and he's not going to attack. He'll untap both of these, and then he'll do his move. Oh, and he's getting all his heat back. Yeah, I think he's going to go 1, 2... Oh, I guess we need to be next to the fire, so sure, he'll hang out here. Speaking of fire, I totally forgot to clear this pool. So, Rayloff would have only gotten to leave an opening token. Okay. Speaking of Rayloff, he'll go down to 1 heat, or 0. And he'll also hang out near the fire. Then Paracelsa will use her attack to unexhaust all her stuff. She'll get back her 1 card, go down to 0 heat. And she'll go on the fire, but nearer to the bad guys, because she's got the most life left. And all right, we just got to suffer another round and see how that goes. All right, so the Warlord's up again. Wait a second, this guy never went. Hold on. So the Warlord would have went and put a token on him. Then the Reaper would have gone and put a token on him, I think. So now I believe the Warlord goes first and then that guy. Okay, the Warlord gets another A1. Oh god, a single, nearly undodgeable Vine Whip. So targeting the closest knight. So that's number 4, and he's going to go towards Paracelsa. Oh wait, first pull to, then move, then attack. So hold on. Oh, so she gets pulled away from the fire. Then, here we'll block the other guy up a little bit. Then she gets attacked. And she's got to roll a 10 to dodge. And again, if she re-rolls her 1 die she's rolling here, then she would make her goddess angry. Okay. That's okay. Not going to re-roll for a 10 and piss her off. Oh, gotcha. She loses 3 and gets one of those. She's down to 6, which puts her at major level. Her heat limit is still the same. Every time that she has to draw more discard like she's about to, or somebody else draws a Judicium, she would get a Zeal, but she's already at max 3 from the 2 Judiciums that guy drew. Okay, so she's drawing a major card. Impair. Discard 1 random card from your hand. That could have been a lot worse. She randomly discards this one. Oh, she can do something she fully misses. Well, we don't want that anyway. I didn't want her to discard her, where is it? Oh, she doesn't have second chance? So if she dies, then she doesn't have the card to let her redraw. And once again, they all like do the fast regrowth transforming. They would make the seeds better if they were around. Okay, now here's the one I'm worried about. This guy is going to Bloody Harvest, the closest knight. Yep. She has the most life, Mike. It'll be fine. All right, well, let him go. Well, actually, maybe here, so he's closer to the other guys. Oh, God. For each hit, -3 vigor. Ah, man. She gets 2. Come on, get at least N8. Oh, she doesn't have to reroll that. I mean, she didn't want to reroll that. And she gets a free evade reroll because of her zeal. Whoa! Oh, that's going to help a lot. Yeah, so nothing happens. Oh, she still gets pushed back too. So pushback means that the miniature moves forward with them, and she can actually get pushed through other monsters, but he can't move in other monsters, so I think the pushback ends there instead of going 1 more. If she got pushed into like terrain, she would actually get damaged, and then she gets displaced if she ends on a monster. So sure, let's get closer to the group. But wow, we survived. And now we've got to knock one of these guys down and then kill the seed. Dang, I was hoping to use her charge to rush at somebody, but that's not going to help much. Well, Renholder should probably go first because he has the best green effects. He's the highest on passion, which means if he doesn't defeat the guy first, he'll leave the best stuff for somebody else. So he starts his turn with 0 heat. He'll spend the 1 magic in the pool instead of heat to place a cantrip in the night pool, which he's definitely going to treat as a break. Oh, well, this guy's actually pretty easy. I thought they had higher armor. This guy's only got 2. Never mind. And also as a free action, take 3 heat. Why not? Just to make sure we got a lot for later. In case like player Chelsea is the one who actually wants to do it. All right, so I'll go 1, 2, and then I guess 3 to be at max range. I'm shooting in a straight line with my refreshed bow. And I've got +2 to hit from the bow, +1 from the opening, so I just need a 3. That's fine. And then red and black from the bow, red from me. Yeah, way more than enough. 1, 2, 3, and then, oh my gosh. Well, here, let's re-roll that one, because he's up to 4 now. So I should get 2 free power re-rolls, but let's just re-roll this one to maybe get one of those bonus things. So 1, 2, I'm going to use all my fire. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Wow, so that's 8. Which should definitely get us a bonus. If we overcome by... Oh, we just get to reposition 2, which is... Oh, I forgot his boots already let him do that. So he can move up to 3 after the attack's fully resolved. But he does get afflicted 2, which means he's at 4 tokens for stoning now. We get a curse seed, which does not afflict us, thankfully. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, while this BP is revealed, pumpkin heads gain +1 armor. That's fine. Oh, crud. This aggressive seed gave everybody +1 armor. I feel like we always beat the saplings by at least 1, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now, the important part is where's this seed going to go? As long as it's close to somebody. E6. E6. Oh, Heck yeah. I mean, we still can't... she can't reach. It's crud, so it's all him. But it's only got 2 armor. And while Renholder did lose all the fire, he's leaving 2 magic for himself and 3 more cantrips, so nothing new. Okay, he gets to reposition up to 3. I don't know, get next to the fire. Okay, and this is really what counts. So let's have Rayloff go. He's at 0 heat. That part's good. So he'll get himself just 1 fire should be enough. That leaves 1 left for a redraw if he needs it. And he's going to come over here and attack it. And I forgot, my bow became exhausted and I leave a break token. Which means, I think the cantrips I'm just going to make all to hits. Because between the fire and the break, he's going to kill the plan if he doesn't miss it. Let's see if he does. So he's got +3 to hit a 6. It's a crit. Even better. And, oh my gosh, 4 power. Yeah, we didn't have to use anything else. They're definitely dead. And yay, that gets us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although again, if this was not an exhibition, we would have had to kill 1 more entire guy because we wouldn't have started with the 1 wound and they would have escalated. So it would have only been 2 more pumpkin heads, but still could have been nasty. But let's get to the Clash Aftermath and show you what happens there. And that'll again be the end of this video. I think next week I should have the conclusion of this. I'm going to try to fit in a big exploration and a big battle into everything because I don't have to explain any of the rules as much. We'll see if I can do it that quickly. Okay, so all conditions go away. Yay, we're not stone anymore. But all built-up bonuses also go away. So our health resets, our heat and our passion reset. If we gained a higher heat limit, that resets. All our resource tokens go away. Oh, we also get rid of 2 Banes per person, so we don't have these anymore. We get all our cards back, including the ones that were discarded. Now, the kind of big one, Fabio comes back to life, but if he had clues, which he did, he loses half of them rounded up, down? Rounded up, sorry, buddy. So he's got 5, so he's got to lose 2. We've already got all the blues we need, so let's lose both the reds, since I think we're more likely to move in those directions. Well, actually, no, that seems dumb, because that will give us more flexibility in where we move. But yeah, then he's back. Yay! If it was a hero, they would have read their first death paragraph if they had one, and then something special happens the first time anybody dies, but I won't spoil that because it already happened to us. Oh, also just note that You Died Horribly card comes back out, so we're back to a 50-50 death chance. Now, we also get to scavenge for loot. These are cards we will get at the end of the mission, so you won't see it yet. But we get 1 exhibition clash for winning. If we hadn't, we wouldn't get this. If we had lost, we would keep going on, by the way. It's not immediately over. Then we get 3 others are a choice, except for full clash or exhibition. I kind of want... Kingdom Gear is worth more money and actually, gives us potential items we can get. Although I've already grabbed some of the coolest ones. Maybe let's get, 1 Kingdom Gear and 2 upgrades that you can attach to your items. And this will go in our loot pile to be divided at the end of the mission for money and other stuff later. But that's it for now. And very happy to say that even with the the entire map and all the miniatures on top of it, my little kingdom map didn't really get shuffled around much. So let's just read what happened to the end of the fight for Paracelsus' quest, and then we'll save the rest for next week. The battle comes to a thunderous end, a heavy silence rolling across the battlefield. You pause for a moment to offer a wordless prayer of gratitude for the victory delivered into your hands, and set about the task of picking over the fallen, looking for spoils of value. The day is fading. You'll not make it to the Eisernkirch before night sets in, and the denizens of this realm come out and hunt in force. You need to make camp for the night. You haven't caught your quarries, you'll need to find another way to locate the rest of the cult. Oh man, so yeah, this continues to punish me if you didn't see the first thing. I was dumb with the map at the beginning and went in the wrong direction and didn't catch some people. Oh, we get a free kingdom scavenge, cool. That's one of those kingdom gear cards we didn't pick. Night presses in on your camp, the shadows taking on a heavy, almost liquid quality, like tar slowly engulfing you. For most of the night, the stone-cursed kingdom is utterly silent, like a corpse. Okay, we proceed to rest. The time goes to 8 if it hadn't been, because we could have gotten here in different ways. And then we'll return here when we're ready. And when we rest, we can use rest cards, and Renholder has one. If I take 1 heat, because you don't have any magic anymore. Well, actually, you know what? The discard resource step is the second thing in rest, so I think maybe we can spend the magic. Let's say we can. We can lose 1 curse, which we have 1 of. I'm going to do that. Although it does discard the card, which means, we want a second chance in the final battle. Never mind, we'll keep the curse. Too scared of dying. Then we also can roll for a campfire tale, which is pretty unlikely unless you have enough hearts with other people. We have 0 right now. I'm friendly with Kara, but they're not here. Yes, we need at least a 9 with rapport, so very difficult to get until you're friendly. And then we rotate the monsters twice, which means where we are in the Merchant District is now the head of the the home of the Ironcast Dead. The worms that are chasing us are part of the Nobility District. All right. Yeah, P.S. Worm's still chasing us, if you didn't see the first video. All right, let's just quickly read this, and that'll be the end. I'm going to save the actual, mechanical stuff for the next video. Sometime in the small hours, you hear a rustling in the darkness. You tense to attack the source until a terrified figure stumbles from the murk. A young woman clad in filthy rags, tears streaking her features. Please, she holds her hands up. I saw the campfire and I hoped you could help. Through nervous sobs, she tells her tale. A small knot of scavengers, beggars really, fleeing their poverty in the hope something of value awaited them out here in the kingdoms, scraping by until they've been assaulted by black-robed cultists. Oh no! They're operating out of the docks, the scavenger explains. Please, they've taken my brother. Your knight's right. You can save him. More than knights, you think. Agents of the All-Father himself. He's guided you to this path for a reason. To save his children from these heretics. You gather your things. There isn't a moment to lose. All right, so we're going to stop there, but thanks for watching, everybody. Check out next week if you want to see the conclusion of this adventure, and hopefully you enjoy seeing a bunch of videos on one game. Not my usual thing. But thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, Wayne Scott, KCW, and Andrew R. We'll see you at the next stop.